My name is Kyto. I'm a student studying graphic design, and I one-wheel in my free time. I started one-wheeling when I was 18. It was the summer just after senior year of high school. I started one-wheeling because I was working at my first full-time job. It was a soap factory, and a couple buddies of mine pulled up in these hoverboard snowboard things. I was like, what the hell is that? And so I hopped on it. I couldn't ride it. I made it three little sidewalk blocks, and I was shaking. But I wanted it. But it was expensive. But I was like, well, if I buy it, I'm not just gonna not learn. I have to. I'll be forced to with how much it was, and ended up buying it. And it was the best decision ever. I've ridden a lot of miles. So in the past 2 years or so, I've had 2 different boards. I can pull it up on my phone here. The first one was it was called the One Wheel Pint, and I have 2898. So 2,898 miles until I broke it. I sent it down a hill this steep, and it rolled 20 times right behind me. Ran away like Jack Sparrow. Yeah, so it broke. I ended up parting it out and got a new board. And so this new board was more powerful, could go farther, all that fun stuff. And currently I have 5,497 miles on that. It's 5,500, 2,900. Whatever the math that is, 3,055. So 8,400 miles within 2 years. I took about an hour when I first started learning it to be able to go down the block. I have friends who learned it in 5-10 minutes. Then again, I've had, when you have someone to teach you, it's a lot easier. I never skated. I never done any board sports before. So it took me a while. And then my buddies, they texted me hey, we're going for a ride. I can barely go down the block. Well, we get down a block, get to my second block, and I almost go into a parked car. And I'm going, and I don't know how to slow down yet, so I just turn it and I run into the curb. So that was my first, memory of riding was that first block in the parked car. About a week later, I was trying to still build up the muscle memory and just the feeling of something under my feet that's on, one wheel. And I went to a parking lot to practice carving, and which is basically just going, in and out. And man, after doing that for an hour, I was like, oh my God, I can go straight and go backwards and I can turn. That's all I need. That parking lot, every time I ride by it, I remember that. And I was like, I learned here. This is when it clicked for me. Once I went around the block, I was like, this is awesome. I definitely recommend it to a lot of people. When it comes to showing people and them not necessarily wanting to take the risk to hop on it because they don't want to get hurt or they don't want to buy it and take the risk of hurting themselves, most of the time you'll be okay. If you have people to help you learn and you're patient with it, you're most likely not going to fall as often as you really think you are. Once you get comfortable with the board, it kind of becomes part of your feet, kind of part of your body. Falls are going to happen though. You have to fall to be able to ride, because if you don't know how to fall, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. And when you fall, you just get back up. I've fallen plenty of times, and people see me fall, I'm like, oh my God, you're okay. I'm like, this is just part of it, and you just learn how to do it, and I don't know, you learn how to avoid it. So it's not as bad as people think. I've taken a couple bad falls, but man, falling hurts. I have a little scar above my forehead because I fell at 22 miles an hour. I was going home from class. I didn't wear a helmet, going to class and back because I usually didn't do anything crazy. I wasn't supposed to. And then there was a 30-mile-an-hour wind on my back, on the tail, and I was like, oh, this is nice because I can push my board even faster if I go with the wind. I don't have to use as much power. And then I used all my power, and then I was on the ground. Broke my glasses. They scarred my forehead. I barely touched the concrete with because there's a little bruise from the concrete and a cut from my glasses. I opened up a probably 1/8-inch gash in my forehead. I didn't know I was bleeding either. I bled from my palms, they were raw. I go back to Victory and I get in the elevator and I just ran my hand through my hair. I'm sweaty trying to pull it back and I feel blood. And I'm like, oh, did I crack my skull? And so I run to the mirror. I'm like, okay, it's this. I can't pay for stitches. I'm broke. If I didn't have those glasses or I went any harder, I probably would have cracked my skull or broke a collarbone if I didn't have a backpack. How long do I plan on one-wheeling? I have thought about this. until I physically can't. There are people out there who are 60 riding. They might not be going batshit crazy and doing all this stuff, but I would like to just have a little cruise sport when I'm older and just keep riding. It's fun. I would like my kids to one wheel, but like, it's crazy because like, that's so far away. I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool. I guess not really like a Warner generational kind of thing, but like, man, if I can spread it, yeah, I want to show people the one wheel. You know, if people want to do it, they can. I've talked to people and they refuse. They're not interested. They don't want to ride it. Most people are like, yo, that's kind of cool, but I would hurt myself. And I'm like, man, if you just get past that, you're young enough, you'll be fine. Most people will be fine. You just got to hop on it and try. I've got 3 people to buy one wheels and they love it. They've told me it's the best decision of their life. They ride once a week. I love riding. I've been able to handle stress from college a lot. It's become my best way to like deal with emotions. I'm stressed, angry, sad. Whatever it is, I mean, it always helps me feel better, or at least clear my mind. It challenges me to try different tricks and do better. It's kind of a competition against myself. I can also relax with it if I want. I can socialize with friends. I've met a lot of people through one wheeling, a lot of different personalities that I would just never have met. It brings people together and it's really nice. You push others to do better, you know. These past few years that I've been riding, the past 2 years, I've just grown as a person in general. There's a lot of things that I've been able to improve about myself because of it. A lot of people may not like see it from the outside, but man, when you're doing it, it's crazy. Once you get good at it and you're able to just like go out and do whatever you want, it's serene.